This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we travel to beautiful New Zealand with Mark Jablonic of Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Now, Mark will be climbing the mountains of the South Island in search of Himalayan Tahr. Then we take you to some weekend sports shows around the Midwest to see what family entertainment they have to offer. Oh, yeah!
All right.
Awesome.
What a big old beast.
75 yards.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Brewpub Pizza, MBS, Meyer Recreational Buildings, and Real Deal Mineral.
Cheese. That's right, cheese. We pile over a half-pound of premium Wisconsin mozzarella on every Brewpub pizza. Tavern-style pizza that's all about the toppings. Large nuggets of zesty sausage, roasted vegetables, and sliced and diced pepperoni. Make Brewpub Pizza your choice for lunch, dinner, or late-night snack. Brewpub Pizza. Satisfying great taste every time. Pick up a Brewpub Pizza today. Available at your local grocer and tavern. Since 1999, Makowski Brush Service has been specializing in right-of-way clearing for power, gas, fiber optic, cable lines, and railroads. MBS is your complete brush and tree removal company, and we also clear woods roads and food plots. Whether working on residential tree trimming or commercial projects, MBS utilizes the most advanced equipment and environmentally friendly clearing methods available. MBS, clearing the way to reliable energy. Visit our website for more information.
At Meyer Recreational Buildings, you'll get a certified building experience where we assure you a worry-free, guaranteed, high-quality recreational building. Designed by outdoorsmen like you, Meyer Recreational Buildings are built with the highest quality American-made materials. Build with confidence. Build with Meyer.
My name is Jeff Meyer from Meyer Recreational Buildings. Call me today for a better way to build.
Visit our website at meyerrecreational.com and pick out your design today.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. It contains less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need for proper gestation. And it's a great way to ensure that your deer are getting the proper vitamins and minerals they need to grow big horns.
We started using Real Deal Mineral on our farm this year, and the results, well, they speak for themselves.
Real Deal Mineral. Check out our website or a dealer near you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm your host, Kurt Walbeck. You know, sports shows represent a great opportunity for families to get out and see what's new in the outdoor industry. Well, on this week's show, we're going to take you to several shows around the Midwest and get a chance to hear firsthand from some of the vendors that exhibit at these shows. But first, we're off to the beautiful South Island of New Zealand with Mark Jablonic from Wisconsin. Now, Mark is going to be climbing the Southern Alps of New Zealand in search of Himalayan Tahr.
We're here in Wanaka on the South Island hunting tahr in the Ringatada Gorge. The tahr itself was actually introduced to what they call the Southern Alps. They're a gift to the people of New Zealand back in the early 1900s, and they have just absolutely thrived here in the Southern Alps. Tahr are like our goats would be back in the States. They are very sure-footed. They have very strong shoulders. Great senses of sight, hearing, smell. They're probably most famous for their big flowing mane. When the wind blows, it's just an absolutely gorgeous sight to see. They've got horns that hook backwards, and they use the males use to during the rut when they're sparring. Very sharp. A respectable tahr, I'm told, is at least 12 inches. Here we've seen tahr in the 13, 14, and greater range. The tahr color on the males is mainly dark, can be dark with some blonde on the mane, as well as blonde tips all the way through the entire coat. They have very powerful legs, and when they want to run, they run fast, either uphill or downhill. The tahr live here in the mountains, and we're talking very, very steep mountains, which makes it all that more challenging to try and hunt them. The mountains themselves are very steep. They've got thorn bush on there, which is called medigeri. They've got swordgrass, which, believe me, you don't want to sit down on this stuff. I almost did by mistake. There's tussock grass, which is great to have around because when you're either climbing up the hill or down the hills, which are very steep, you need something to hang on to. Very rocky, typical jagged mountain terrain is what it is. Outwashes, ravines, you've got some benches, but absolutely beautiful country.
Now, Mark is no stranger to hunting steep terrain. A number of years ago, he harvested a Dall's sheep in the Northwest Territories. And you may have seen Mark bag a beautiful Aoudad sheep in the rocky cliffs of Del Rio, Texas on the show last season. But this is Mark's first trip to the mountains of New Zealand.
New Zealand, great country. It's clean, they speak English, the food is good, they're very, very friendly, easy to get around. I've hunted other parts of the world. I've been to Africa, I've been to the Yukon, I've hunted all over the United States, and I've been fortunate in that I don't think I've ever had a bad experience hunting. But you know, you always have some concerns when you're going to another country and you need a passport. Very, very easy to get into the country, very, very easy to bring firearms into the country or bows into the country. No problems whatsoever coming through customs. Everything went very, very quickly. My hunt started out before daylight. We got up and we drove, and it was probably, I don't know, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to the top of the mountain. It really wasn't much of a road, it was more of a goat path. We got to the top of the mountain. The sun was just starting to come up. And we started glassing down into the bowls, the ravines, the valleys, the benches, looking for the dark spots that are the tahr. You know, you think of an animal that's this dark on a light-colored mountain would be easy to spot, and believe me, they are not. They get down in the scrub, they get down in the valleys, and it's not unless they're absolutely in the open that you can see that dark brown spot up on the mountain. The sun is coming up on the mountain, and you've got snow-capped peaks that we're looking at that are probably 25, 35 miles away from us. Absolutely gorgeous to see.
I see some more down below, you said?
Yeah.
Balls.
My guide Sam and I, and his dog Meg, who's a chocolate lab, and another friend of mine, Marty Degenhardt, who was bow hunting for tahr, we're glassing down the mountain, and we find a group of 7 or 8 tahr, all bulls. They're all together. And what we start doing is we start climbing down the mountain, and it's so steep, there's this stuff called tussock grass, and we're hanging on to it as we're climbing down the mountain, trying not to go back over tea kettle here. we get about 500 or 600 yards down the mountain. And we're kind of peeking up over this rise, and the tahr are right down there. Now the thing about tahr is, I mean, it was great that we had that many tahr there, but as anybody knows who's hunting, you've got that many more eyes and ears and noses that you have to try and fool.
Just trying to make sure there's nothing in that boat range, because there's only 4 I can see. I can see 2 sitting down. Stay.
So we climb down the mountain. We're hanging on for dear life. We get to a rise which is a little over 100 yards away from where the tahr are at, and that's when Sam is my guide is trying to figure out, well, which is the one that we want. There were a couple that were really exceptional bulls in the group. So, you know, he's peeking up over the top. The sun's starting to come down, starting to cast shadows on us. Marty and I, we don't know which one of us is going to get a shot, because some of the tahr have bedded down, and some of the tahr are starting to feed up, and they're actually coming towards us. And so Marty was ready in case he was going to get a bow shot, and I had to be ready in case, you know, I was actually going to shoot one of the tahr that was down in the valley below us. We got everything ready. I'm in position, and right when I'm about ready to take my shot, the tahr I'm supposed to shoot lays down. So I thought, well, do I shoot him while he's laying on the ground? Do I wait for him to stand up? And they wanted me to wait, because the one thing they said is tahr is a very tough animal to kill. If you shoot him once and he goes down, keep shooting, kind of like an elk. You keep shooting until you know that they're down. So anyhow, the tahr lays down, and we're basically hanging onto the side of the mountain, onto this tussock grass, so that we don't slide down the hill. And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Well, those tahr had nothing else to do that morning, so they just laid there. A couple of them actually fell asleep. About an hour later, the sun's coming up higher, starting to cast shadows, and they started to warm up a little bit, so they stood up.
Okay, there you go, stood up. Just take your time. Did a nice, good shot there.
So the tahr finally stands up. I'm cold. I've been shaking. I came dressed lightly because I know climbing up and down the mountains, you generate a lot of heat. It's a lot of physical activity. And I was starting to get a little cold there, waiting for the tahr to stand up. Well, when he finally stood up and I finally got the green light, I wasn't wasting any time. I pulled the trigger, and I made a good shot. Tahr fell over right away, and you know, I got my tahr. Then it was, you know, high fives, back slaps, and trying not to slide down the mountain.
We're on the South Island here in New Zealand, hunting tahr with Lethen Valley Trophy Hunts, and it's the first day of my tahr hunt. And last night we were down at the base of the mountains. We're looking up here, and we saw a bunch of bull tahr up here, a lot of nannies, a lot of kids. So we drove up one of the wickedest roads I've ever been on in my life to get up here this morning. Then we crawled down this hill on some really steep hillsides, got in position. We found some bulls, got in position for them, and they laid down. So we've been laying down for, I don't know, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, something like that. The wind's been blowing over here, but it did give us a little extra time to take a look at the animals that were there. we made a little switch on which animal we wanted to harvest, and I was given the green light as soon as he stood up. Well, he stood up, and we tipped him over, and now the sun's coming out and the sky's blue, and it's going to be a good day.
Well done, congratulations.
Thank you. That was great. That was great.
Beautiful bull tar.
We get down there and, you know, the horns, the mane, the wind is blowing this mane, and it's just beautiful blonde hair, and it's like a foot long, and it's soft, and it's golden, and it's just a gorgeous animal.
Look at that.
Beautiful mane,
Look at
isn't
the
it?
mane on this.
Beautiful old bull tar.
Wow, look at that.
He's got the blonde tips right through him as well, so big boy, isn't he?
How old is he?
Oh, we've got just growth rings, just like sheep are in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 years. So
6.5.
we shoot a lot of bulls around that 6.5.
So he's gorgeous.
Bull.
Beautiful.
So it's pre-rut, as you can see. So they're, I don't know what they'll be, 300 pound probably, 350 maybe.
Wind started blowing a little bit. Sun finally came up, warmed up a little bit, and as soon as the sun warmed them up, they stood up, and I finally got an opportunity to take a shot, and fortunately made a good shot, one shot, and I got my bull tar here on South Island of New Zealand.
Patience was the key, wasn't it?
Boy, we waited a long time for this, didn't we?
It was starting to get a little bit cold.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like you said, first thing this morning, seeing them grazing down the hill, and they kind of beat it up. So there was a couple of ideas: either wait for the sun to hit them, and they'll probably get up and move, or they just get up and turn around occasionally. So that's what he did, and Mark made a terrific shot. One shot straight through the neck, I think it was. We'll find out once we skin it, but beautiful job once again. Well done.
Thanks, Sam.
Now the hard work, getting out of here.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get down there.
Well, we don't know. I think unfortunately it might be that way.
Oh no, I'll go that way instead.
Sam has caped out my animal, and I'm thinking we're going down the mountain, which it's a long ways down the mountain. Sam says, no, it's gonna be shorter if we go back up the mountain. And I look up the mountain, and it's like 1,000, 1,200 vertical feet. It's probably 600, 700, 800 yards, but it's all grabbing that tussock grass, hand over hand, fighting your way back up the mountain again. It didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take to get up there, but when I got up there, I was ready for the picnic lunch with a view that he promised me.
Invigorating.
If you're a sportsman that's looking for a great hunt, I can highly recommend coming here to the South Island of New Zealand. Zealand Valley Hunts really took great care of us. I mean, they took care of all of our needs. Canada Outdoor Adventures put the trip together for us. I mean, it was an email to the travel agent telling the travel agent when we wanted to leave, when we wanted to arrive, what type of accommodations we wanted, and they took care of everything for us. All the T's were crossed, all the I's were dotted. Everything was taken care of in the manner of which I would have done had I been planning the trip. You know, when you're sitting up on top of a mountain and the sun's coming up, you know, it's just glorious. You know, I'm very blessed to have a wife who would let me not only come here, but she came along with me, as this was part of my 30th anniversary gift to my wife for this year. So everything about New Zealand has been very hospitable, and I would love to come back here again someday.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Otter Outdoors, Markham Technologies, Strike Master Ice Augers, and Weiss Realty.
The new extreme thermal shelters from Otter feature a new look and unmatched protection from the elements. The fully insulated Pro XT1200 features a 1200 denier shell built for extreme conditions, while the Thermaltop XT650 features a 650 denier shell that locks in heat and eliminates condensation. All extreme thermal shelters are built on Otter's legendary roto-molded sled and proven oversized square tube frames. The all-new extreme thermal shelters from Otter, built tougher, stronger, smarter. Markham Technologies introduces ice fishing to the digital age with the LX Digital Sonar System. Boasting vivid color LCD displays and features not found on other ice electronics, all digital units offer a user-defined display tailored to match the way you fish. An on-screen dashboard that puts critical information at your fingertips, and free firmware updates that guarantee your electronics are never outdated. This winter, step into the digital age with an LX Series digital sonar unit from Markham Technologies. StrikeMaster has redesigned ice drilling performance with their German-engineered solar-powered two-stroke augers. Ice fishing's fastest cutting augers, the 3-horsepower Laser Pro and 2.5-horsepower Laser Mag, don't just make a hole in the ice, they disintegrate it. Weighing 26 pounds, the 2.5 and 3-horsepower augers from StrikeMaster weigh less than most 2-horsepower augers from the competition. So if you want the lightest, most powerful two-stroke auger on the ice, it's time to go solo.
Weiss Realty will find the perfect property for you. The entire Weiss team of agents brings expert knowledge from every aspect of the outdoors and specializes in hunting land and rural properties. Whether it's hunting, fishing, farming, logging, or construction, we have the answers to your questions. Buying or selling, hunting or farmland. Contact a land specialist from the Weiss team today. Weiss Realty. We cover a lot of ground.
Hi, I'm Shelley Patton, and I'm the Regional Training Officer for the northeast part of Minnesota for the Department of Natural Resources. We're here at the Deer Classic just to talk about DNR enforcement. We have the Turn-In Poachers Wall of Shame. What's really neat is at these sports shows, a lot of times people come up and ask us questions that maybe they wouldn't just pick up the phone and call their local conservation officer about or the DNR enforcement. So it kind of gives us an opportunity to interact with the public on any concerns they may have. Also, we have a booth set up for introducing firearm safety to youngsters. And that's a real popular event for the young and the old. And we have firearms that shoot laser shots at a screen. And we treat the firearms as real guns, and we teach the kids a little bit about firearm safety in hopes that they'll take up hunting and become safety certified. For kids that have never shot a firearm before or are scared of it, it gives them a chance to see that it's nothing to fear as far as, you know, this is the direction the bullet's going to go in a controlled environment.
I'm Russ Francisco. I own Marine General Sports. At shows, people come from a long ways away. You can get answers for me to questions. You can go to a manufacturer's rep and get their opinion. You can go to other people in the aisles, and they're all talking fishing. So it's a good time.
My name is Greg Abbas. I'm the president of A-Way Hunting Products. We started doing these trade shows 20 years ago, and we continue to do them today. It's a great way for us to have one-on-one time with the consumer. There's so much you could do at these shows. A lot of good family entertainment, great seminars. A lot of these trade shows have experts from all over the country, and you're able to learn all of this. And maybe if it's just picking up 1 or 2 tips, that might be the one tip that might help you be successful in the woods that year.
My name's Andy Peterson. I'm with Wellman Sports Marketing. I'm a manufacturer's rep. One of the advantages for the end user or consumer to participate in consumer shows like this is get one-on-one information from professionals as well as manufacturers' reps. As the technology is growing, people can find out a lot of information on the internet. This is an example of something that you only can see at a consumer show. This is the only one in existence in the entire country. So for somebody to be able to see, you know, how it works in person, they have to come to these shows to be able to do so.
I'm Troy Tufto with Otter Outdoors. We're a manufacturer of outdoor gear, specifically shelters, roto-molded sleds, and ice fishing accessories. As a manufacturer, we like to come out to these shows, show off some of our new products, get people involved in taking a look, kind of a touch and feel thing. We're up here just to answer questions, give people a chance to have a low-key environment, not feel pressured. We're here to answer their questions. That's what we do as a manufacturer, and we just do it to support our network of dealers up here.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews, True Fire Releases, Tacticam, and G2 Outdoor Products.
This is my life. The weekend warrior. No more production lines or deadlines. This is why I work 5 days a week. I need speed, power, precision. I expect no less than the best. This is my best. This is my chance. This is my mission.
Simple, efficient, powerful. Mission by Matthews.
Well, Mark, I gotta hand it to you. I am loving my TrueFire Hardcore.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, brother.
Not only is this thing extremely accurate on the range, its features are deadly in the field.
What I noticed, whether you're sweating shooting does in the early season or shivering when that late season buck comes in, that jaw cannot come off that loop. I love my TrueFire Hardcore.
Wait, what do you got there?
That's a Hardcore forefinger.
Give me that.
Not this time, brother.
The TrueFire Hardcore, available at your local retailer.
Ben, what do you have on the front of your bow?
This is the new Tacticam HD video camera and bow stabilizer, all in one. It features one-touch easy recording in a waterproof housing, and it comes with universal mounting with a rechargeable battery.
Film your hunt hands-free in full HD.
That's incredible. Where do you find those?
Tacticam is available to purchase on our website or at an outdoor retailer near you. Tacticam. Share your hunt.
G2 Outdoor Products, together with Killer Food Plots, is the proven choice for superior whitetail forage and habitat creation. Killer Food Plots provides property consultation and timber management to create the premier whitetail habitat. G2 specializes in advanced blends of U.S.-made food plot seed with some of the highest germination rates in the industry. All of G2's food plot blends are genetically enhanced to maximize lush forage while providing a high level of protein and nutrition for your deer.
Fishing equipment provided for Outdoor Bound TV by these fine sponsors.
Hey everyone, make it a point to catch a sports show near you this year. And Mark, congratulations on an incredible Himalayan Tahr. Folks, join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the Midwest, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
All right, am I rolling? Outdoor Bound TV, we'll be right back. I did it again. Are we still rolling?
Okay, ready?
Coming to you from the south. No, I want to do it again.
I'm trying to.
Yep.
Okay.
As soon as it goes on, the brain goes off.
Thank you.
Dirty Jobs will be right back after these messages.
Is this the 7th take?
This is the take 7.
All right.